Hey good people, how's it going? I hope this message finds you in great health. I is back. Yes, I is back with another one. Thank you for joining me again. Consistency is key, and I'm really enjoying this experience of continually posting up content. However long or short it may be, it's all about the flow and getting that energy right. So speaking of energy, I want to speak to you guys about your thought process. Are you thinking like a king? Are you thinking like a queen? Because these are the very things that are you're gonna see the outlook of your life by determining how you are thinking. You know, there's certain things that we want in life, and we can't necessarily get them if our thoughts aren't right. You know, we can guide our thoughts to manifest the very things that we want in life. So it's important that we get our thought processes right. How are you seeing yourself? When you look outside, what are you seeing? What is your focus on? You know, you can think abundantly, or you can think in terms of lack. Now, I'm currently on a journey where I'm changing my thought process, and I'm reading a lot of books and consuming a lot of information and knowledge that's actually challenging my thinking. And there's a lot of moments where light bulb moments are being sparked for me, because it's like, oh wow, this is why you haven't been getting what you needed to get, because your thought process is completely off. You don't even believe that you can achieve it. You know, you don't even believe that you're a queen in here. So how are you supposed to see it in your life? Now, we can all spout great words and speak, you know, say the most best things, but we have to feel it and believe it. It has to become a belief system. Our desires have to then become a belief. You have to believe that what you desire is already yours. Otherwise, how are you going to get it? The way you think, you know, because whether you think that you can have it or whether you think that you can't have it, both are true. And the thing is, your inner guidance, your inner source is going to give to you whatever you are thinking of, you know. For example, I am renovating my back garden, and I looked up at different ways I could renovate it, and I seen that there was a DIY way of creating decking using pallets. So I was on a quest. I said, I need pallets. I don't know where I'm going to get them from, you know, or who do I get them from? Yes, I was looking on Facebook Market and things like that. But, you know, people were saying, they're everywhere, you know. And literally, from the moment I set my heart on wanting pallets, I have been seeing pallets everywhere. The other day, I collected 5. Man said, yeah, you can have them. And then, on top of that, there was a man in a van that says, oh, where do you need to go with that? I says, just down the road. And he goes, oh, no problem. I'll put them in the van, and I'll take them to your house. Do you see how the universe works? Now, that is something very simple of me wanting pallets. But imagine if it's something, you know, I want a holiday, I want a new partner, I want a career job, I want my own business, I want the building, you know. I want clear skin. All these things, if I believe it within my very essence, my core, and I constantly focus on that belief and I invite it more into my space, I speak about it in a loving way, what do you think is going to happen? So my question to you, are your thoughts like a king? Are your thoughts like a queen? You know? How are you thinking about yourself and about other people? You can't want abundance for yourself, but then want lack for somebody else. It doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? You can't say this is my role, but I don't want their role to be a certain way. When you think of abundance, you have to see the world as abundant. You know, and this is what I am learning. You know, there's a lot of things, and I'm not strange to manifestation, and I'm not strange to the law of attraction, because there have been many examples. Like when I wanted to pass my driving test, you know, I failed one time, and I said, you know what, nah, it's not happening. I want to pass my test. You see that strong will of want. I don't care how many times I fail, I want to pass my driving test. So I'm going to keep going. No amount of failure is going to stop me from passing my test. I put it on my vision board. I put it all around the house. I put the car that I wanted. Everything. I passed, obviously. But what I'm trying to say, eventually I passed. What I'm trying to say is that mindset of wanting something so bad that my heart, there was no other way of me thinking. So there was no place for doubt, uncertainty, lack, worry, boredom, because I'm passing. Yes, there was a moment when I failed. Oh no, my God, I was like that. But however, I was like, well then, okay, I have a moment. I'm going to get back on it because I want to pass my driving test. There's no other way of me driving a car if I don't pass my driving test. There's no other way of me getting in my car if I don't pass my driving test. So literally, I have to overcome this part of the long-term things that I want, because otherwise I can't get those things. So we have to ask ourselves, how are we thinking? Are we thinking like queens? Are we thinking like kings? We can talk a lot of good game and say a lot of things, but how is our mindset? Are we thinking healthy thoughts for ourselves? Because our thoughts ultimately determine everything. I am currently reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it has shown me the power of thought again. I want abundance of wealth financially, so I'm able to do more things within the community, within my own family, and also, the longevity of my life when I've then got a family to take care of. But it's telling me, how are you thinking? Again, your thoughts. What is it that you want? Because you will see the opportunities because you're open. Your heart is open. Your mind is open. There's no form of lack in your thinking. So therefore, if you want something, you're going to go, okay, this is what I want. And then you're going to see the sign of you responding to yourself and you receiving it. And you're going to go for it. Then you give thanks, always be in gratitude, forever be in gratitude. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, this is a short and sweet one, but I just ask yourself, how are you thinking? Are you thinking like a king? Are you thinking like a queen? Or are you thinking like a peasant? Are you thinking poorly? Are you having poor thoughts about yourself, about what you can get in life, and then moaning and complaining when you're not seeing it show up in your life? How we think determines how our life is going to outcome, how it's going to be, and we can always change our vibrational energy to be in alignment with what it is that we want. It's just how we are framing what we're thinking about and how we're going to get it, and whether we're thinking abundantly or we're thinking in lack. And we can train ourselves to think abundantly. Sometimes to think abundantly is not easy, but we can find the ways of being abundant. Whether that's you go on a course, you speak to people that seem to be doing well in their life, you listen to music that makes you feel good so you're more in a positive vibration, you get out into nature, you meditate, you write down your affirmations, your goals, your wants, your needs, and how you're going to get it. But you have to apply these tools to your life. Are you thinking like a king? Are you thinking like a queen? Or are you thinking like a peasant? You have to put yourself in a position of power, of truth. This is the only way you're going to have a life of abundance. And the thing is, it's ordained to all of us. We are all here to be, naturally, we are in the flow of positive vibrations. It's only when we resist, when we start to resist our natural flow, then we come against all the things that make us feel a certain way, that make us feel like we can't have this, or this is not ours, or why is this happening to me? Because we now have put our carnal mind in the energetical flow of who we are as people. We're trying to get in the way of the source, not realizing that we are the source. So we have to expand ourselves out of our human nature to see what is divinely ours. Are you thinking like a king, or are you thinking like a queen? Let me know in the comments below. Blessings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. for some more divine downloads for my mind, and I'll let you know how I'm getting on with my own manifestations, with my own abundant journey, and my own shift in my thinking. As you may know from my previous videos, you know, I have spoken about my own mental health. So I'm in a place now where I am going to be, you know, I'm the powerhouse of my life, you know, and I'm not going to allow my imbalances to keep me in balance. I am going to hold the scales, and that's how life works. So yes, until next time, stay divine, stay blessed, stay excellent, and let love guide you. Peace.